everybody, it's Robin again from the Artiness Studio. There's my shirt, probably my head now. Okay, I have a little video today, and I thought what I would do is draw up a few little goodies here that you can use in your planner for February. See, I did a little panda on an envelope with hearts, and it says, I love you on a banner, heart in hand. That I thought would be a nice header. Now, if you're doing a traveler's notebook or even some bullet journaling in a bigger notebook, these would probably be pretty good. Now, what I'm doing is I did scan these to my computer, and then I generated a link for them on TinyPic so that you can go there and use these. Either cut them out, you can color them in however you want, cut them out, paste them in your journal, or you can trace them. I happen to have a tiny little light box here. I have a bigger one, but this is what I started out with like 12 years ago when I was tracing my patterns for stitcheries, for my primitive stitcheries. And anyways, I have this. I mean, there's a number of ways, if you want them, if you're interested, that you can do it. You could even just trace over some carbon paper into, lightly into your journal and then go over it with marker. As far as coloring in, you can use the colored pencils, you can use the markers. Now, the best markers I've found so far that don't bleed are the Pitt pens, the Faber-Castell. But, they are a little pricey. Not everybody can afford them. Now, if you want to keep them from leaking through onto not the back side necessarily, but the following page, I would suggest just taking a piece of plastic or something. This actually I cut off with packaging. Isn't that pretty? But I was thinking of using this if I'm going to watercolor mine, which I just might do that. Depends on what kind of paper you have in your insert also. I know a few of them are really good with watercolor. One of them is Tomoe River, I believe. But some of them have a pretty heavy texture, a weight to them, and they can handle watercolor to a certain degree as long as you're not flooding it and then the brushing back and forth, that you're actually then taking away layers and layers of the paper as you do it, and then it'll probably make a hole or at least bleed right through. So this is what I'm going to be working on, and like I said, if you're interested, I'm going to put the link that I generated for this into the description box. All you'd have to do is click on the link. It's going to take you to the website called TinyPic. And now, I should have checked it out beforehand. I think you might be able to click on the link, probably no, you should be able to right click on the picture and then just download it to your computer and print it off. Try whichever's best for you. I'm sorry, that's the one thing. I knew there was something I wanted to check out first. Excuse me. I was going to upload this to Dropbox, which does PDF files. But, not everybody has that app, and so I didn't want to do it that way either. But, if you want to screenshot a picture of this, fine, and then just copy it or try to print it off or something. That's, whatever works for you. But this is just a little freebie thing I thought, we could all do. Or I could do it on screen, and if you're interested, you can do it also in yours. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm kind of keeping these here because I'm not real sure where, if I go outside these lines, how much you're going to be able to see. So I have a hard time with my tripod. If it were up to me, I would do it one-handed, but you can't. I like holding the camera. It's less trouble, actually. What I want to do is trace this now. I'm going to trace this for my header for February, and I'm using, this is just something I picked up at Michael's on sale. It was a 3-pack. This is the journal. Get this out of the way here. This is the journal that I made out of vinyl from Joann's, and I'd like to make more as soon as I make sure that I can get the stitches right, because look at how horrible it is on the inside. I did glue the 2 pieces of vinyl together, so I'm not worried about them coming apart, but look at that's horrible. Once I get the tension fixed, and I got out my old sewing machine, which works way better, to tell you the truth, I'm going to try it on a couple scraps excuse me, of that, and see, maybe that might do the trick, and then I might be making a few more of these to sell. I did the ink splatters and then the rings here. So if you hear something in the background, it's my family. They're loud, and they listen to strange videos, and you know, they're on YouTube, and oh gosh, whatever. Anyway, here we go. So this is the 3 that I got. It was this one, which is the dot grid, and then I thought this was neat because I like to do practice lettering in white ink, and I have some good white gel pens. So, and it came with, it came with 4. Wow, wish I could remember how much it was. It came with the grid, and then I believe this is lined. No, 2 grids. So 2 grids, the black one, and then, or 2 graphs, the black one and the dot grid. So anyway, this is what I'm going to be putting this insert into. And I'm just going to line this up here as best I can. I think I'll go up to the top. And then that'll leave me space to make a small, like at a glance, handmade little, you know, just so I have the days right there at a glance. And I'm going to pull it down a little bit more. I think it's pretty straight now. So, okay, and now here's one of my favorites. It's a Faber-Castell, and it's got the fine point on it. So I'm going to work on this here, and even for me, I'll go outside lines. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be perfect, you know. Do you ever notice, though, that when you trace something off, when you end up cutting it out, you purposely will see a line that isn't straight, and so then you'll cut it straighter? Well, sometimes for me, when I'm drawing something out or tracing it out here under the, or, you know, with the light and whatnot, I'll purposely straighten a line or make it go out further or whatever. And you know, I realized when I watched the replay of my video from my haul from Hobby Lobby, I say whatnot a lot, and I don't know why. I'm not sure what word or words I'm replacing. I guess I could be replacing it with or whatever, or that stuff, or I don't know. But for me, I guess my habit is just to say whatnot. So sorry about that, because you know it even got a little annoying for me. So okay, now I'll have to trace the letters here. Probably fix them up a little bit better. I like these wonky printed alphabets like this. It's my version of, oh gee, now I can't remember what the original one was. I'll have to look it up, but I had seen it, I liked it. Kind of looked like little kid drawings. Let's see, this one I made kind of off to begin with, so I'm going to fix it. There we go. It says February, that's what you call it. And it's not perfect. I don't care. It's okay. I'm just going to connect some of the lines here that I didn't connect. That's okay. Okay, so I'm done with that part. And now I'm going to take this piece of plastic that I cut it. Do you know my cutter? I know why I go through so many blades, because I cut stuff like that. That was pretty heavy duty plastic, and it cut through smooth, but I know it's dulling the blade every time I do it. So I'm going to stick that there, and let's see where I put my cap. I want to watercolor this, and I have my, if you watched my video with the haul that I did from Hobby Lobby, I had gotten this mug because it's big. I like it. Well, what I had purposed for it actually was too much. They were too big for it. So these are all my what do you call them? These kind of pins. I love these. Some are in different, some are wide and flat. They're more for calligraphy. This is just, this is Papermate Pilot Varsity. Problem with this one though, the ink bleeds really bad. Excuse me. Have a lot of that drippage. You know, everybody's got colds. I don't, thank God. But I just happen to have a lot of drippage. This is the Jane Davenport. I love this. And what came with it was a refiller. You can refill, you can replace the ink, but I like having the refiller. I thought that was a neat thing that she included in this. So anyway, here we go. I don't want to make this video too long, so I am going to try and shorten it up a little bit. But as I was saying, if you saw that haul video, you'll see I bought this mug, and I mentioned the fact that I love my mugs. I do drink coffee, but every time I buy a new mug lately, it's for supplies. It's for the water on my desk for my watercolors and whatnot. So okay, I have my watercolor. I have tons of watercolors, but the ones that I have right on my desk are the Prima ones. And Decadent Pie's not a good one. They're too neutral. Let's see. Pastel Dreams, that's a maybe. Tropicals, I think I'm going to go with the Pastel Dreams. Shimmering Lights, very, very, problem is, I don't think, they don't even look like the colors on there, because this is what you get. I did the cards up, and anyway, so here we go. I chose my watercolors, and I don't know if I want to go with the traditional. There's a pretty bright, I don't know if you'd call it magenta, but it's definitely pink. This must have gotten bent up. Okay, paintbrush. I have one favorite paintbrush, and I think this one is it. I don't know the number of it. No, wait, here, let's see. Oh, it is a number 6. Claudine Helmuth Studio. It's a number 6. And I can pretty much get this to a point if I roll it in there and then roll it on like the piece of what was I doing? I thought maybe I would use a Kleenex, but that's a waste. So here's my rag here. Anyway, yeah, I can like roll the excess off and get this to a pretty fine point where I can get right down in those little spaces here. Okay, so now let's figure out. Of course, we're going to make the heart itself. I guess the brighter color. And, you know, I may be doing things backwards. Maybe I should do the letters first, whatever. I don't care. I just, you know, when I'm doing this, I just want to have fun. I'm not out to win an art show or anything. Just want to have some fun here. So let me get a little bit more water on there, so it'll spread around a little bit better. There we go. See? And now I'm going to have to go, I guess I'll be going over that with something, maybe black. Let's just go right over that. I'm definitely not teaching, thank God. I think I would have people demanding their money back. But I'm just wanting to put some color in my planner, that's all. Excuse me if I start talking like Bob Ross. Happy little trees. Just some happy little trees, see? Uh-oh, I had to move my tripod. It was kind of in my arm's way here. Now, we can do some shading here, just a little bit. I can teach you that. Let's pretend, which it is too, the light source is coming from this side. So it's going to be brighter over here than it is on this side. So let's just keep this side a little bit darker, shall we? Oh wow, look at that. Now it's pretty soft here. The water wants to come through, but it hasn't yet. I'm very pleased with that. See, all I've done so far on this is sprayed. I used sprays, and then I went over with pencil. I never even went back over it with marker. That's just colored markers. Colored marker. So this is the first time for me doing watercolor on this paper in this insert. And yeah, I'm impressed. I'm just darkening that up a little. Give it a little more shading. I think though it might be making this ink smear a little bit just because it might be too much water on it. I don't know. Oh well. Okay, now I have to decide what color I want to do this edging here. And I don't know why I have two, because what you're supposed to do with the watercolor is have one that is the dirtiest and then rinse it off in the cleaner water so that you don't mix any colors at all, because in watercolor it makes more of a difference than it does in acrylics. That will show up, and eventually it can make your color that you're using just from the really dirty water start to look a little muddy. Because you know, some colors don't mix well. They just turn into what looks like doo-doo. All right, I guess I should keep a theme here for the rest of the month. I was either, you know what I like? I love pink and orange. Or pink and yellow, because pink and yellow make orange. I think I'll just go ahead with some yellow around the edges. How's that? And if this dries really good, what I can actually do is go in those letters once the paper is dry really well. I can go in those letters with marker, colored marker, and I don't know if I don't know yet. It's not rocket science, really. Okay, let's try to make it a little bit darker on this side. You know what my problem is? Actually, I need my readers because I can't see real well right now. I can't tell if I've gotten all the lines or not. Okay. Here's a little trick too. If you want to lighten something up, go in with a plain wet brush. And sometimes that helps to pull the color out. And then you can dab it. There. Yeah, I don't know how much of a difference it made, but okay. So there's my February. Let's go in with some, let's see. There's a very light pink called Lemonade. This other one is called Rose. I think I want to go in with the Lemonade and just do some splotches here and there. Just like blah, 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 blah. More color, more color, more color. And then let's add a little bit of orange to it. Oh, that's not orange. That looks like yellow. Maybe if I mix them over here in my thing. Add some of this yellow. There we go. It's a little more orangish. I added some of that dark pink. Let's add some of this medium pink. And there we go. I just want to add color, you know. All right, I think that's it. I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know about that. To me, it looks so cartoonish, but that's okay. I mean, you guys learn from my mistakes. If you don't like the look, do it some other way. Okay. That was fun. But like I said now, down in the description box, if you click on that little tiny triangle, you know, it'll bring up my name, and yeah, and the link will be there. Click on the link. It'll take you to Tiny Pick, and I believe you'll be able to right click on my picture and then just save it to your computer. So yeah, not happy with this. I'm keeping it, of course, but maybe I'll add some other stuff to it, and if I do, I'll show it in another video. So Okay, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate everybody who watches. Don't forget about my giveaway. You have to be subscribed. I'd love it if you give me a thumbs up for this video, a thumbs up for my giveaway video, which is actually 2 parts because I had forgotten to videotape the papers from Maggie. Most of them are Maggie Holmes. Very pretty, that I was adding to the giveaway also. But you have to be subscribed. So please like, subscribe, and I'll catch you probably tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get a video out on a very consistent basis, and I'm just coming up with ideas. This maybe wasn't the greatest one, but I just enjoy working on stuff. I just, and I hope you do too. So I must stand up and turn it off. Bye-bye, everybody.